Hi, my name is Ben Yorston from Party Hire Christchurch, and today we're going to be looking at how to set up our Mega Muteki Bluetooth speaker. This is the largest Bluetooth speaker in our fleet. It's not battery power, so unfortunately it does need to be plugged in at all times. But this thing puts out a lot of power and is probably very good for up to 100 people. It's going to work better indoors. Unfortunately, it's not weatherproof, meaning you can't have it outside. You can have it in a marquee though, or just keep an eye on the rain or drizzle or just dust coming in from the sides, as it's going to get caught up. No good. The other thing to note is that unfortunately DJs, this one isn't for you. We do have other speakers that are suitable for you, but not this one. Simply on the basis that if you plug your DJ decks into this, unfortunately it's going to go, you're just going to blow it. The signal that comes from DJ decks are just way too strong for what the speaker can actually handle, and expensive fix. It also does void our terms and conditions. The first thing you might have noticed is that this thing's freaking big. Like, I'm 5'10", that makes this thing pretty tall. So don't be alarmed, this thing actually does break off into two parts. Now, when transporting, make sure that you at least have your back seats empty and a boot empty. Most of the times it's going to fit in people's boot, especially if you've got like a station wagon or SUV. However, if you've got like a little car, make sure that we can get those back seats down. To carry the top section of the speaker, there's simply just a little handle on the back here. You don't need to worry about screwing it in at the sides here. Can't come off forwards, can't come off sideways. It can only come off backwards with a huge bump, but it's going to be against a wall anyway. To connect the top speaker to the bottom speaker, all you do is red to red, white to white, and then put in the LEDs, and then just pull them out. Release the pins to remove them when you want to take it off again. Then just put the power plug in nice and tight down the bottom there. Once you've plugged the speaker into the wall, it's almost ready to be used. It's going to go into a standby mode. It's going to take about 30 seconds to charge up the amps before it's ready to turn on. When it's ready to turn on, the light here by the on button will go orange. Turn it on. It's going to take about another 30 seconds to turn on, and it's going to tell you to please wait. Now that the speaker's turned on, you're going to see a little welcome logo on the screen here, or Bluetooth audio or something. First thing you're going to want to check before you do anything is you're going to want to make sure that the volume is turned down to at least 25. If it's above 25 or worse on maximum volume, and you turn this on and you go like push one of these buttons, which is like a sample button thingy, it's always going to be there, it's gimmicky, don't worry about it. It's going to go bang right in your face, and it's ringing in the ears for the rest of your night, so you don't want that. Now, the next thing you're going to want to do is we're going to want to connect our phone or laptop using the Bluetooth. And see the Bluetooth button here? We're going to simply hold it until it says Bluetooth pairing. Bluetooth is pairing. Now we're going to go into our Bluetooth. We're going to look for the device. The code is up here, MHC V90DW, or potentially sometimes it might be called Party Hire Christchurch 1, 2, 3, or so on. Let's click on that.
Bluetooth connected.
Bluetooth connected. Our Bluetooth is now connected. We can now start playing music. So if I start playing music, it's going. Here is the master volume. You also need to turn it up on your phone, but it can't go any louder than the volume that you've set on here on the master volume. So 50 is the max, and 50 is loud. To have the bass on, push the mega bass button until the red light comes on, which means that you've got bass. Come over to this side now. Where it says sound field, we just want to make sure, click that through all the way to R&B, as that's going to give us our best sound. So if you've hired a microphone from us, it's going to come with a microphone, and it's going to come with this 1/4" adapter at the end. Plug it into either mic 1 or mic 2, like this, turn it on, and away we go. Yo, let's party! So unfortunately with this speaker, it does have like a bit of an echo when it comes to the microphone. It's kind of annoying, but you can play around with it by clicking guitar. If you click guitar, it kind of turns it off a wee bit. And to turn the microphone up, rather than using our normal volume for our Bluetooth devices, we're going to simply come up to the top right here, and there's a microphone at guitar level. Just turn that down or up to where you need it. Being a Sony device, this makes this machine Japanese. And the thing that I've learned about the Japanese is that they love gimmicky things. And we've got this random gesture control thing on this speaker. If I click that on, we're going to get a light ring that's going to light up here. And what you do there is you can go like swipe up, follow what it says to do, and it's going to make random noises, sample noises, whistles, and just, I don't even want to go into it. It's just so annoying. Seriously, just turn it off. Click off on gesture control, and the light ring will disappear, and it's off. Parents and hosts of the event, you're going to want to listen up closely for this one because we're going to talk over how to lock the speaker out so no one else can touch it, and the settings you've put in are going to be there to stay. Times when you're going to want to lock it out are for when you've got a bunch of annoying little kids or 18-year-old girls that are just trying to change the music every 30 seconds to the point where there's nothing actually playing, or you've got a whole lot of kids that are trying to play with the little gesture control, and trust me, you're not going to want that. It's going to get annoying. So to lock the speaker out, push the stop button, also the square little button over here. Hold it for 14 seconds, and on the screen it's going to come up saying lock on. If I touch anything on here, I can't control it and I can't turn it up, but I can turn it up on my phone. However, I can't turn up the master volume, so you need to turn the master volume up to where you want it and set the master volume first before you lock out. Now, to unlock it, simply go back to the stop button over here and hold it again for 14 seconds, and it will say lock off, and everything's going to work again. To use the built-in lighting on the speaker, you're going to want to put the speaker first of all up against a wall or a nice white wall or something like that, because the lights come out the back this way. Click party light here and the lights will turn on. To change your light modes, just click through and it will tell you on the screen what it does. So we've got sexy, raster, fiesta, but my favorite is probably just random, because random's just going to do a whole mix and variety of just everything. And cool, so once you're done for the night, turn the volume down, simply because we don't want to be blowing eardrums for the next person that's going to turn it on, and turn it off, all off. The lights are still on because it's in a standby mode, but it's actually off. Then just simply unplug it from down the back here. Ooh, yes, we're off. Cool. So now you're ready to return it to us, and we want it back how we lent it out to you as. So if there's any marks or beer stains or something like that on it, just wipe it down with a dry cloth, and yeah. Probably won't need to do it, but if your music's sounding funny, there is a setting under the gesture control that changes the key pitch. So if we go into turn the gesture ring on, and we click down here, karaoke, on the purple button. So now this turns all purple. Now if we look on the screen, and we look at pitch control, where it says key control, it's going to be two options for key control. So there's a left flick or a right flick. We want to make sure that the key on the screen comes up saying off. If it's +1, then go left, and then make sure it's off. If it's key -2, swipe right twice and make sure that key is off, so it's not going to mess with our music. And then simply go back and turn off the gesture control. Okay, so listen up, Spotify users. You're going to want to get the most volume out of the speaker as possible. And I don't know if you've noticed, when you use earphones and you're on Spotify, you can have it almost as loud as it will go, and it's not really that loud. However, if you go into another app like YouTube or Facebook or something like that, watch a video, it's like, whoa, turn it down, you know? Like, you can't go all the way to the top with the volume scroll thingy. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go into Spotify, and you're going to go settings up the top right here, and you're going to go down to playback. Now go to playback, and at volume level, select loud. Easy as that.